everybody, Christine here with the Co-Living Code Show again with another amazing person that's going to talk about their passion and their concept of co-living. Today we have Darya. She's with PlaceMe, which is actually in Boston. They're actually one of the largest in Boston with over 100 bedrooms. And so we'll launch right into there. She actually is the head of marketing. She's been with them for over a year now. And they just give an amazing, living as a service solutions for young professionals and graduate students in the greater Boston area. And they obviously focus on convenience and flexibility by renting fully furnished, all-inclusive bedrooms at like a flat monthly rate. So Darya, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Would love to hear how you got started.
Sure. I'm happy to be here. Hi, everyone. As you mentioned, we are living as a service company, and we started 2 years and a half actually. So we started with one apartment just to test the concept to see how it will work, and it actually worked. It turned out that there is a demand for living a service solution, which means that you just pay one price, and you avoid the hassle of setting up the utilities, of buying furniture, then arranging this furniture, buying renter's insurance. So you just pay one price and you're ready to move in. You're all set basically. After 2 years now, we have more than 100 rooms. So we are growing quite fast, and it's fascinating and exciting.
And okay, so do you guys rent like different apartments like around Boston, and then you guys then lease each room out? Do you guys put multiple beds in any of the bedrooms?
So what we do, we rent apartments, then renovate them, put the furniture in there, set up the utilities, everything that has to be set up so that all the apartments are ready to move in. And we only have one bed per bedroom, so they're all private. Some of them also has private bathrooms, but those rooms go really fast.
I bet.
Sure. So you have quite enough of private space to stay, but we also have fully furnished and equipped common areas, which include living rooms and kitchens. So everything is fully stacked. Basically, you can just, you don't have to buy anything besides something special that you want to add to your room interior probably.
And then what's the average stay? Like how long is the lease term?
I would say that it's on average 8 months, but it really depends. Some of our tenants stay with us for 3 months because their internships last for 3 months only, or they're here for some language programs. But the average term of stay is 8 months.
And then, so is your minimum 3 months, or is your minimum a month? Could somebody stay for a month?
It really depends on the case. So if we have a vacancy for 1 month that we know that someone will be moving in the 1 month after, we can allow 1 month stay, but usually it's 3 months.
Got it. And then what's your guys' average like demographic? It sounds like it's graduate students. What are the ages and kind of the demographic?
It's grad students and young professionals. So I would say that people from 18 to 24, this is like 45%, and other 45% are people from 25 to 35. And some of them are older than 35, but they still feel comfortable within the community, because it's not just about the age, but also about your mindset. I like it actually about our community that we are quite diverse, and we have people coming from over 30 countries, which is really impressive. So in one apartment you have like really, really diverse people living there. So it's a great opportunity to meet new cultures, but meet also people who are doing something completely different that you are doing, because some of them are researchers, some of them are here for a new job offer, some of them are studying here. So I bet that they learn something new from each other. And that's a great way to find new friends in a city where you basically don't know anyone when you're moving in.
No, you're right. Yep. That's probably one of my favorite things about co-living too. You're right. It's different cultures, and you just learn living alongside of somebody. You learn you just go so deep on how they were raised and just the different, it's really cool. Like just such an amazing learning experience.
Exactly.
versus living with a bunch of identical people. I think
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
Do you live at any of the, do you live at the property at all? Or do you have your own place?
No, I don't live in our properties, but I mean, I've been there. I've been an international student as well. That's actually how the company started. So you realize that there is a need there. So when you come to a different country to study here, you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I find a place to live? Where do I find roommates? How can I set up everything? So I actually can relate to the problem, and everyone in our team has been there. So the team was quite diverse and international as well. That's why I think that we can feel, so we are quite empathetic about that. We know what problem do our tenants have. So that really helps.
Nice. And then do you guys do events? Do you guys do events for the residents?
Yes, we do events. This is one of our goals, actually, to build a community and to encourage them to communicate. I would say like a month ago, probably exactly a month ago, we had wine and chocolate party that went really great. We had like 50 people who came, and we had a chocolate fountain, board games, different wines to taste. So the atmosphere was really friendly, and you again got a chance to meet new people, to just relax a little bit after the long working day. So it went actually great, and we have a video in our social media. So whoever wants to check how our community events go, you can just go there and check.
Nice. I love that.
Yep.
And then speaking of work, do you guys have like any designated work, like co-working spaces in these apartments, or do people just bring out their laptop on the dining room table?
We don't have like designated co-working spaces, but we have common areas where our tenants are welcome to go and chat with their roommates, for example, just spend time together if they want. But they also have working desks in their room, so it's up to them if they want to be on their own and work a little bit. They can stay in their rooms, or if they're more open, like to be in an, let's say, open space, they can go to a common area.
Nice. And then what technology do you guys use to like manage all, I mean, that's a lot. 100 is a decent amount of bedrooms.
Yeah, agree. So we are using our website. It's really helpful for us in terms of, so we can schedule a showing for new tenants there. Everything basically goes through there. We manage payments also through that website. But for internal communications and communications with our tenants, we use Slack. So I heard that lots of other founders and some co-living companies also use Slack for communication, and it really works well. So in case our tenants have any like issue and they want to send a support ticket, they can use Slack to do that. They can also use Slack just to chat with their roommates, for example, hey, family, what are we having for dinner today? Or do you mind if I will invite someone? Or let's come up with a schedule for the, I don't know, for the bringing out trash from the house. So it really works. And we also post some community updates there. For example, what to do on the weekend. So really try to help them to have better experience here in the city using Slack as well.
Yeah, nice. No, it sounds like it helps kind of like aggregate. You guys so you guys use Slack instead of WhatsApp? Like,
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Pretty like across the board. I think you're right. I think it's either one or the other, but a lot of homes are using Slack to communicate. So do they divvy up all the chores? Like you said, taking out the trash, like do they collectively?
So we have monthly cleaning for free in common areas. Which is from the feedback, it's really nice because you don't have to decide who's gonna clean the bathroom, who's gonna clean the kitchen, but they have to bring out the trash. So it's like minor, I would say, errands are there, but mostly we try to take over those responsibilities and keep the most pleasant experience for them.
Yeah.
So
nice. No, and again, that kind of makes it the more all-inclusive where they don't have to worry about that kind of stuff for sure.
Exactly.
And then let's see here. So you guys, you said you started about 2 years ago, right? In 2016?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. And then you guys have 100 bedrooms right now. What's your growth plan for the future? Like by the end of the year, are you guys going to add any more bedrooms in Boston?
So a year ago, I would say that from the past year, the growth was 3 times, and the plan for the next year is the same. So to have a growth, to grow in 3 times,
Oh,
and
wow.
have like around, yeah.
So you guys would end up with, so 3 times where you're at now?
Yes. So
Okay.
we are aiming to have 300 rooms.
Nice,
Mm-hmm.
nice. No, and that's totally achievable because everybody, like, there's such a housing shortage, especially in these big cities.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that you guys, yeah, are tackling that, especially in Boston. I don't think we've had, I'm trying to think of, yeah, I don't think we've had anybody else from that area on the show yet. So let's see here. Oh, so I love to ask this. What is your favorite part about being involved in the co-living industry?
I would say building a community. It really inspires me when I see how people actually are willing to communicate with each other, and they become really friends and like kind of a family. It really inspires me to move forward. For example, we had a story when one of our tenants, he woke up really early, so he started work around 5 and he had to leave his house around 4:30, and on one of these days he had a birthday, and he said to his roommates, like, guys, don't we're gonna celebrate later in the evening probably. And to make a surprise for him, they woke up around 4 to bring a cake to him and to surprise him. So when you hear stories like that people are actually becoming really close, and they support those relationship after they move out. So it's really inspiring.
Oh, I love that. I love those stories. And
Yeah.
so, that seems like it really gets to the bottom, like to the core of the essence of co-living. And, everybody always wonders, like, what's the difference between, just roommates and co-living? And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the community aspect, that's the
Yes.
C in co-living. The C is for like community for sure. So where do you see, this is my last question. It's a question I ask
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Where do you see the future of co-living going if we looked like 5 years out?
It's definitely growing. That's what I can say, and it's gonna become bigger in those cities where there is a huge demand for accommodation. For example, those cities as Boston is. So, like around 60% of people who live here, they rent the place where they stay, and especially with millennials who don't want to be attached to something for quite a long time, and they're willing to like traveling more, discovering the world more. So it's definitely gonna grow. Yep, and I really expect and I hope that the communities behind the co-living also gonna like become stronger, and maybe educate other people about what co-living is, because right now what I see is that a lot of people they don't know actually about the concept yet, but when they hear about it, they're like, that's exactly what I need. So I wish I knew about that before I was moving here. So I really believe that this is just the start for the co-living, and in few years it's going to be more widespread and everyone's going to know about it. And yeah, probably more and more people gonna use and stay within this concept.
Yeah, nope. Hey, I agree 110% for sure. So that was very well said. Darya, thank you so much for coming on this show this
Thank
week.
you.
Really appreciate it. And again, love the dress. We were talking before we started recording. I was like, oh, it's so bright and colorful. Because spring just started this week. So
Yes, exactly.
awesome. Well, thanks so much. We'll have all your information in the show notes so people can check out the website. And thanks again. We loved having you on.
Thank you. That was a pleasure.